Om Shanti, everyone. Welcome to Wiseish, your daily power boost for the day, your upbeat moment to keep you going, to keep you inspired, and more than anything else, focused. You know, everyone is on a journey. We all know that by now. Everyone's on a journey. But yet, some of us have this insatiable habit of judging people. Judging people for the things they say, didn't say, did, should have done. We judge people because of the way they look. We judge people because of the way that they dress. We judge. And have you ever thought about that there's a law, a universal law of empathy, that the moment you go into like the footsteps, or you walk into the moccasins of another person, or you think about what that other person might be going through, it will change your judgment into empathy. It's the law. There's no way that you could look at someone going through a hard time and judge them because you think you're not that. But if you were to ever just think for a moment what it must be like to be them. Recently, we've been having discussions about mental wellness. And, I've been raised in a particular family with a parent who have been going through a lot emotionally and mentally. But when I was a young child or even a young adult, I didn't know that's what it really was. I just thought it was just the personality of the person, which it really is. And you might be surprised if I were to tell you that it might be just within the last 8 or 10 years that I was actually able to recognize that there was something different about this particular parent, and that I wonder what it must be like for that person to be who they are, because they were orphaned as a child, they were abused, abandoned, and of course they would be that way. Of course they would be insecure. Of course they would be afraid of people or commitment. Of course they would have the certain, idiosyncratic behaviors that I witnessed growing up. But it wasn't until I really was maturing into it and I would wonder, why would that soul be that way? Why is anybody the way they are? Why are you the way you are? And is it fair for anyone to judge you because of that? Your karmas, your energy, your stories are your own. And the more you turn your attention inwards and discern for yourself what feels right, what feels comfortable for you, and you serve that, the quicker those negative or waste emotions or feelings will leave you because you're not serving them. In my show I spoke last night on The Next Normal, I was saying that I'm not going to watch the news anymore because they don't watch our positive shows or programmings. They don't give us the time or day on their networks to showcase positivity and good news. And I thought that if I'm taking in that negativity, how will my positivity come through? And even as I'm taking in the negativity, sometimes if you watch your emotions or your mind, you're judging them. How many times have you seen the news cycle and you say to yourself, how in the world could they do that? It's a judgment. Why in the world would they do that? Oh, this person's like that. Oh, they're like insane. They're this. Yeah, it goes on and on and on. And I've spoken to so many friends and people who have said to me, I'm done trying to decipher why politicians are behaving the way that they are. It's no more just about their base. There's something wrong. Something is going on at an emotional level. And somehow there just isn't any more empathy in politics here in Washington, D.C. And yes, for our president, I can feel the empathy and I feel the compassion. President Biden, you can feel the genuineness from this man. It's so genuine. It's so sincere, and you can't hide it. And I wonder when individuals look at that kind of compassion and empathy and demeanor, does it change them? I believe it does. And I believe that when we stop judging and we start empathizing, we will understand what it actually feels to grow and how to be in a good relationship with ourselves. The greatest conflict is happening inside of our souls. And because there's such a big disconnect from God, the energy of God's light, the energy of the Supreme Being, there's such a massive disconnect. Because if you're disconnected from the experience or the relationship or the love affair with God, then of course you're going to be angry. Of course you're going to be insecure. Of course you're going to be jealous. Of course you're going to be critical. Of course you're going to judge people. The Bible says, don't judge thy neighbor. We shouldn't be doing it. It's actually against the universal law, but we do. And so when there's an absence of this deeper link, this intimate connection with Source, with God, then we see a personality come through us that's very human, negative, critical, and we forget that everyone's on their own journey. Just like me, I'm on my journey and you're on your journey. And we forget that over and over and over again. We forget we're all on our own journeys. And so meditation will help you to raise your vibration of empathy. As you look around, you will find the kind of meditation that will work for you. Not all meditations will work. My meditation that we have is called Raj Yoga. It's more knowledge-based. It gives you insight and information to help you to understand what's happening here, and here, and here, and here. And that why would you let that in? And why would you let that out? When there's enough knowledge that you really are a powerful being of absolute potential, you won't waste your energy to fall short and do something as silly as judge somebody else. Thank you for tuning into Wiseish today. Remember, a little bit of wisdom can take you a long way. But more than anything else, don't give anyone permission that would actually make you stop loving. No, love everybody the same. We are here, and nobody should be that strong that they stop you from loving. It's so important for you to remember that day in, day out, especially as we stay hunkered down in our homes. Have that awareness. Don't give anyone permission to make you stop loving. And let us practice the art of loving each other the same. We thank you. We love you. Keep your mask on. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.